I even have a headache from the sun. That was hot.
Yeah.
We seem to have missed spring this year.
Well, don't worry, tomorrow's gonna be winter or something.
Yeah, it'll jump back to
No,
winter. You're right.
I want spring. No,
I
can you
know, I
not have
love
an air
spring.
conditioner? Yeah.
That's what Thomas says. He goes, why can't I just stay like in the 70s? That's perfect for me. Why does it have to become so hot? He just gets so mad. He hates the cold and he hates the hot. He wants the middle. That's why he wants to move to Hawaii.
California is closer. Maybe not as pretty, but closer.
Hi, Nicole. Let me know, Miss Rachel.
We're all set, Miss Kim.
Okay, great. Okay, we can call to order at 4:08. And we can do roll call. I know Dana is out of town. She's excused. And we have Jane
Here,
present. And Bonnie and Venice and Nicole. Great. And myself, and we have a quorum. We'll go forward. Hi, Mr. Rafe. Hi, Rachel. Online, I guess we have to say it officially. I don't know. Do we have anyone else? I don't think so. Okay. Next we can look at the meeting agenda, and if you guys are okay with that, we can move to approve as written.
I'll move to approve.
Thank you. Oh, okay. Was that Bonnie? Sorry, I had my head down. And then a second, I saw Venice's hand go up. Is that Venice for a second?
yes.
Perfect. Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Great. Excellent. Motion passes. The meeting minutes for March 19th and March 24th were sent out in email. If there are no corrections or additions, any changes we need, we can move to approve those two documents as well.
I'll move to approve.
Thank you, Jane. Second.
I'll second it again.
Oh, I got Nicole first. I saw
Okay.
that before I heard it. Sorry.
That's fine.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I believe there were no public comments a minute ago when I looked. So we'll move forward. Mr. Rafe, you're up.
Okay, well, we had our beam sign today. Saw everybody but Bonnie, right? Bonnie, well, you can watch it on Max, I think, or one of the streaming. Kidding. No, it was well attended, really good event. Kudos to Rachel, Andrew, our community engagement department is, oh my God, those guys are killing it right now. And then we're coming up on two more events. So connected to the golf tournament on the 4th, we're also having an event at North 4th on the 2nd on North 4th Arts. Not quite sure what I mean, we have an idea what it's going to be, but it's more of a like kind of an entice government folk and investors to come around and really kind of showcase the next phase of us, which is going to be the New Mexico Disability Workforce Training Center concept that we're rolling out in partnership with possibly APS and Northern New Mexico, Northern Mexico College, sorry.
So New Mexico Disability Workforce Training Center.
Yeah. And so, yeah, so the we're talking to the right people. We did have our Rally the Valley 3 at that really was a super hit. And it did exactly what we needed to do, was kind of stir stir people's juices around, oh my God, this could be really cool for the Valley, but also really good for New Mexico as well in serving our kids into adulthood and through adulthood. So yeah, things are moving in a really good way. The secretary today, if it was a secret before, it's not anymore. That thing came out blaring, which I'm good with. Like let's put on the gloves and fight if we're gonna fight about it. But I'd much rather do that than do anything in a clandestine way. So yeah, it was really neat, and we have the right people in our corner. I said it today at the ceremony. Senator O'Malley is a no joke fighter. That lady will stand up to anybody if she believes in the cause, and I think she does. So really cool. We are entering budget season, budget prep for next year. The ledge came out okay. I think we're gonna be fine. We're looking at we're looking at 4% raises across the board, which is fine. I
Okay.
think we were told that there was an 8% increase to educational funding. So it should be enough to support mandated raises and that kind of stuff. So we haven't crunched numbers yet, but it looks fine. We did we did do our lottery pool, so we're looking to fill what we're losing as far as to attrition and kids aging out and graduating, and then adding a few more that fit the criteria for priority pools, right? So we're looking to we finished this year at 164, 165 students. I think next year we look to start with about 171, 172. So we're kind of holding serve right now. So that increase of enrollment is not adding a teacher. It's just kind of staying with the staff we have and filling those classes to their little more to their capacity, right? And that's mostly and that's going with siblings, staff, and DHH, and those in need of ASL. We filled up like that. We have about 60 to 70 on the waiting list. Our waiting list is
60
crazy.
to 70 on the waiting list?
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. So there's
Wow.
way more, and we always say that, right? There's way more need in this community than there is our ability to serve our capability, right? So if there becomes more DHH kids that start lining up through lottery, through the wait list, the staff knows we're going to look at what it would be to add another class. That'll be down the road. But I'll just tell you this, we're in a place now where we want to be very deliberate about who we hire in that and then the supporting cast around them, like the EAs, the SLPs, everything. It's like we're finally in a place where we don't have to live on through a scarcity model, like, oh God, just any kid come in, we'll have to get them because we have to make our numbers. We're in a place now where, and it's not about choosing kids, it's about making sure we live our mission. That's really what it is. Like, and I told this to the viewers today and anybody who will ask, always remember we're a language school. Like, we serve anybody, and of course, anybody. We're not afraid of disability, but we are at our core a language-based school.
Language-based school. Yeah.
So just that's just how it is. Any questions for me on budget so far? We're staffing wise, we lost one teacher, and that's she became a mama and wants to be a mama for a few years. So we're going to replace one teacher. Everybody else is fixing to return. So we are anomalous in the educational world in that we don't lose staff and we don't have a high turnover, which is, I think it's a credit to you saw today, right? A whole lot of people in what we're doing. So we're making sure that we pay people at above market value just because they are here. So I think, as an organization, we're in a good place. Financially, we're strong. And so, things look bright. I'll tell you what, the fact that we had the acting secretary of special education there, Tyree Jenkins, I dig the guy. I hope he stays. I don't think he will. Maybe I shouldn't say that, but I hope he does. But I also like his supporting cast. So if any of those guys take over as the new secretary, I think we're good. They get us, they see us, right? And then Secretary Padilla in the position she's in, I think it sees us as well. Our stock right now is high. It's in a good place, and so we did finish the. I should have started with this, the contract negotiation. So we are approved for the next 5 years. Nicole, thank you for going up there with us and sitting through it.
Thank you, Nicole, for covering for me.
And it went well. I got to tell you, I think we are the PECs. We are the PEC's poster child for charter school, not just like what it should be, but what it could be,
What
right?
it could be.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, so we're embraced by them, and and I think it shows. We had 3 commissioners there today. And out of their busy day, they just came around and participated. So yeah, we're good. just to let you guys know, like we are talking, and I would say this, but we're talking strategic succession as we grow program and as things happen in a way, none of us are getting younger, so we just want to make
Mhm.
sure that we're deliberate about what the future looks like.
Mhm.
Leadership, I do, and I've always said this: leadership matters in a
Mhm.
absolutely does. People aren't interchangeable as much as people want to say do systems building or like that. It does take talent, or at least willingness to grow from the people that are in the system in the game. So I think right now our I cannot say enough about our leadership team. They're doing fantastic work, and I think like today I think was an example of that, right? Like so every component of the system was engaged today. So my piece around policy, politics, image, community engagement piece, the Stephanie and Gabe running the operations of getting the kids to and from. We had very few mishaps in moving a whole school into an event like that.
Wow, that
Right?
was good.
Yeah. So no, I mean all the pieces. Sherry was there, of course, there, and Sherry's our compliance person who's like on her toes around all the stuff around funding and stuff with the PED, but she was there directing traffic. So like it's a
Yeah, I know. I saw her when I came in, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. So like I
Sherry.
just think yeah, we've created something special. I think when people from the outside, especially those that come in, Venice, you would appreciate this, coming from like APS where things
Right,
tend to be dysfunctional and all these see how some things can function in a healthy way.
right.
Like, well, maybe there's
Oh,
something to it.
wow.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, imagine
you
that.
There is
can do
something to
something different.
teamwork and
Yeah.
caring about things and being passionate. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Excellent.
So we're in a really good place right now.
Mm.
Financially, the everything seems to be rolling the right way with the building, with the loan. The nonprofit is doing its job. Poor Jen is doing yeah, Kim knows she's working her tail feathers off around trying to create this adult program, trying to get that piece of the puzzle put together. And there's no one better to do it. She is that brain, but I know she's also working herself to the nubs, if that's the thing.
Hmm.
So,
And she'd
but
probably kill you eventually.
oh yeah, that's definitely. I keep my
I'm just
distance.
kidding.
I'm just like from far away. You need anything from me? I know she doesn't have a very good arm to throw stuff, so I stay outside of that distance. Now, do you all have any questions for me at all? Okay.
Oh, nope, I don't think
Nope.
anybody? No?
No,
Today's event was amazing, like super cool to see it. The whole way I'm driving over there thinking about Jen, your Jen and I in our 6,000 square foot building, 15 years ago, cleaning 6 bathrooms in 20 minutes because we couldn't afford a janitor. Our budget was less than $1 million. To see where we're at now, I mean, as soon as I saw Julie Baca get there, I immediately got up and ran and gave her a big hug because we literally would not be here without her.
Totally.
100%, right? And I was talking to Miss Stephanie, and talking about, look at where we're at. We're standing in what was going to be the gym of our building and all this stuff. And we say 100%, I believe with all my heart that this was the perfect storm, right? Like all of the pieces, all of you guys in the ways that you've contributed, it wouldn't have happened without everybody coming together at that perfect time, at that right time when Thomas and Ben were like, hey, we can't go to Santa Fe. We're stuck. What are we going to do? And boy, to see it 15 years later, who would have thought? So beyond proud, so excited. I stood in that, looking into that gym and was blown away. I mean, Jen and I were like, we got to take pictures. This is crazy, because we all pictured it, we all dreamed about it and prayed and hoped and did everything we could, but to see it actually come to fruition because of your hard work, Mr. Rick, because of your team, Rachel, Andrew, all this Stephanie, all of those people you mentioned, all of those ties, everyone loves you, Mr. Rafe. I mean, that's evident. They all spoke so highly of you, and we just couldn't have a better leader. Seriously, we could not have a better person,
Well, thank you.
forging ahead.
I'll say this too. Sorry, Miss Jane. I'll just say this, but I'm also around, in all the ethereal world of charters. I see boards I see bad boards. I do. I see bad players in boards. And I just want to thank you guys for everything, your trust in me and your trust in my team, right? Like not every board operates like you guys, truly. And I don't mean that, I'm not trying to patronize you or anything like that, but it matters that you trust me because then it allows me to run free to try to do the stuff. Then, I'm always telling you what I'm doing, but it allows
Mhm.
me to not look over my shoulder and be second guessed. It means a lot.
Yeah.
I'm
Nope.
sorry, Jane.
I just wanted to say today's event was a testament as to how well the staff is a team, how much of a team they are, because everybody got all of that together, and that was quite a feat with all of the
Mhm.
kids and all of the adults. So kudos to you and your team. Good job.
Yeah,
100%.
our team is something special. So yeah, thank you.
Mhm.
100%. Excellent. Great. I think we're all done with training. I think Jane said, I mean, not Jane, Dana said she was done. So I think that might be it. If not, we have till the end of June. The last time I looked, I think it was just Dana that had a couple more to go, but after I sent that last email to you all, she wrote back and said she was done. So Greg is not on, correct? I don't think
Don't
so.
see him, but he was
Okay.
there today.
Yeah, I know. I saw him today. I know. I told him, I said, I'm not used to seeing you in person. I've only, it's always in a screen. Or he's on some fancy vacation and we're watching through that. So,
Yeah.
Just Kim, can I add? I'm sorry, I forgot two things.
mhm.
One, I've been asked to do a national podcast at 5. So if I jump off, this meeting goes late, I'm gonna have to jump off, but it's good. I'm gonna talk good about the school for sure. So,
Okay. Okay.
but the second thing is so we have been invited to go to a conference, a workforce development conference in DC in March 5th through, May 5th through the 7th. And which is no problem. I don't have to get board approval for that. It's really exciting because it connects to our adult workforce development training idea. But there is an element because just prices. There's a law that says if anything goes above $250 a night for a hotel, that has to get board approval. Okay, and so that the just so you know that the rates at the hotel where the conference is at is $315 a night. So, but we can't vote for it on this.
Not
It's not
today.
because it's not in the agenda. So we're going to have another fast, like 2-minute meeting
Okay.
after this one, and it'd be so the board can approve my travel to
The
that.
rates. Okay.
Okay.
Perfect. Just
I just
work with Jen and Rachel to figure that out. Okay.
okay.
All right. Cool deal. Okay. So the only new business we have on here is the approval of the ASLA charter contract. So as Mr. Rafe already said, right?
Yeah. So it's funny. They sent a memo. All things have to be approved by I think tomorrow. Um, so but they don't have ours ready. So we were the very last school that they heard, which was fine because we knew they kind of knew we were a little bit of a slam dunk. So they pushed us to the end. They don't have the official documents ready for you to approve, but they were
Mm-hmm.
good with me of us putting it on the agenda, me talking about it, and then you guys just tabling it, and then as soon as they get us that the documentation, I will be able to push it through. Okay. So
Okay, so we don't need to do that today
yeah,
then.
and let me just quickly just tell you what it is. So basically, we negotiated and they accepted this upon like through the process. We knew that this is where they're leading us, but basically through each of the three major cohort groups that we serve. So life skills, the what we call 2%ers, those are those kids that aren't life skills, but they accommodations don't allow them to be fairly judged by the SBA, by the end of year assessment, and then our regs. So we basically created three separate accountability systems that track those kids separately. Now the states still won't recognize us because they have their systematic approach to that. But the charter school division will. So basically we'll be allowed to calculate our growth factors for each of those different cohorts, put them together, and they can judge then by that whether we are doing what we claim we're doing, which is, teaching our kids and helping them succeed. So they were more than thrilled with that. And they walked, we went, there was a bit of a back and forth. Nicole, if you want to just add something to that, I think, but it was pretty amenable. There was no yucky negotiation. I think we were on point.
Excellent.
They did ask for Kim though.
They did ask for
They were like, who's this
No.
person? And they were wondering where Kim was.
Yes, I actually was cheering on the Lobos in Las Vegas. When I saw that, I was like, no. So Gracie, it was her senior year, so we went while she danced for the Lobos. So one and done, and we didn't end up in the hospital this year, so that was great for Thomas. So, so thank you, Nicole, for covering. Okay, so we just have to table that, Mr. Rape, until we get those documents.
until we get the docs. Yep.
Okay, perfect. And then what about the bank rec, bars, all of that stuff? Did you get to meet with her, Jane? Do you have a recommendation? What is your pleasure?
I did get to meet with her and I did get to look over everything and everything is good, but you all haven't gotten your packets yet. So I think we'll hold this until next time when you all get your packet.
Perfect.
And you can.
Okay.
look at it.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Yes, especially, yes. And then if she needs anything urgently, I'm sure she'll let us know for our board meeting, our other meeting. Anything else? The only other thing on our agenda is that the annual meeting will be held on May 21st. That's our annual budget meeting. So we'll do that online. Does anybody have anything else?
Is the budget and our regular meeting gonna be combined?
No, they're usually separate.
You said May 21st. May 21st is our regular meeting. So we just.
Well, we'll have a budget committee before that, Jane.
Okay,
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that's just the meeting where we do all of that stuff for Sarah, the one on this
Right.
agenda here for the rest of the board. And then the budget committee will meet prior to.
okay. Very good.
Okie dokie. And all right, let me switch. My phone was ringing. Sorry, guys. Okay, so if not, then if there's nothing else, then we can move to adjourn.
I'll move.
Okay, I've got Jane and Venice. I saw those two hands. Venice, you're good seconding? Excellent. All right, all those in favor? We can adjourn at 4:30. And Mr. Ray, if you can get a small break